Hey everybody, it's Marie, and coming to you today with day 4 of my 23 days of gratitude. You will notice I have no voice, and that is because Thursday I spent, I don't know, 10, 11 or so hours coaching with Own the Room, so doing some communications coaching, helping people prep for a presentation. And then yesterday, I hung out with some high school kids in the Junior Achievement Program. And if you're not familiar with Junior Achievement, if you haven't heard of Junior Achievement, you should check them out. They're an amazing nonprofit organization that really focuses on how they can bring financial literacy to young people, right? So if you think about all of the bad money choices you've made in your life, how could you have avoided those things if you had someone talking to you about budgets and why we pay taxes and things like that from a very young age? And usually when I work with them, I'll do what they call JA for a day, which is like a full day immersed in a public school classroom, talking to kids about one of these areas that have to do with personal finance. So I may be in a room with like kindergartners in Chinatown all day, which is exhausting, or a second grade class in Brooklyn all day, which is just as exhausting. But yesterday, I hung out with some kids who are in 9th grade, and we did a 3-hour workshop around how to pay for college. And when I tell you, these kids were pretty stressed out about how they were going to afford college because they know the horror stories of mounds of debt. And they do know that they need a college education in order to increase their earning potential, but how do you afford the opportunity to increase your earning potential, right? So one, super grateful I have the opportunity to volunteer and have experiences like that to really, speak into someone else's life experience in that way. And I wish that I had had more people doing that for me, especially in the area of finance when I was coming up. But two, if I could have done college over again in terms of thinking about how to pay for it, I would have done a lot of things differently. I don't know that I still would have gone to a big private 4-year school off the bat, right? Or taken out student loans in the first place. Maybe I would have just, taken a break here to do some work and, earn more money up front to get my degree. What was I rushing to get to college for? And all of that, that process of thinking through and having this experience with these 9th graders, it just struck me there's so many things like that in our lives where we can look at it in retrospect and think, man, if I could have just tweaked this one thing, where would I be now? And so I had to jump on and share with you guys, because if you have the opportunity to volunteer and give a part of yourself to someone else, you should always do it. There's one, it's a tremendous opportunity to share your gifts, your talents, your knowledge. But two, you always come back learning so much more about yourself. But two, if you haven't started to think about, some of the knowledge you've gained even in this last year, taking the look back assessment is a great way to do that. There's a link again to that in the comments of this video. And of course, if you do complete the assessment by Thanksgiving, I will honor a 90-minute coaching call with you just so we can really dig into some of that and help you process what is that knowledge that you've gained in the year. Sometimes you feel like you're swimming in mistakes, but it's the tripping and falling that helps you climb further and faster later in life. So check it out. Take the look back. Reach out to me for coaching. Super excited to work with all of you, and I'll see you next time.